damn problem right there. You still stuck in the damn gutter. I ain't gotta do that shit no more. See, I can goddamn do a game show that come on damn half the day. And then I can turn around and damn do a talk show where I just talk to nothing but damn women all damn day. See, I got range. You talk so damn much about range. I got damn got range.
Boo boo. I'm Steve. That's the problem there, boo boo. I'm telling you. Now you have got
he called him
too
boo boo
much going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need for you to go somewhere and sit down and get a plate. Okay?
Yeah.
How many damn Steve Harveys is in the audience here?
Y'all niggas done turn my shit into the motherfucking Kings of Comedy fucking 37. What's going on here?
Right, it's the battle of the Cleveland niggas.
Nah, I'm tired of wait, who up here from Cleveland? Cause hell nah, like everybody be talking a bunch of trash about Cleveland.
I'm from Cleveland.
Mr. Fantastic. You should be happy.
Me too, bro.
Pat Williams and Steve Harvey. I don't know what happened to his unit, but he ain't did a comedy special since. I done retired this nigga. I sent him the Family Feud. I mean, what more does he want from me?
Indeed, man.
He wants you to think like a man.
What's who we got? KP was in before I left. It is what it is. What's up, brother? What you got?
I mean, we all kind of saw it. Like it was really a long time coming. Cause like I feel like he was going to college out there, O State, and
I don't know if you cutting out. Bro.
Yeah, you phasing out, bro.
Yeah, you gone, bro.
And it passed us like 3 times, slowing down, whatever. So we pull up at the truck stop, and I see Cat Williams get out the car. And this is around the time where everybody was saying he was on drugs and whatnot. And he hopped out the car. And this is how I knew that boy wasn't on, like, he wasn't as down bad as everybody was saying. He get out the car and, like, in his fur coat, slap that fucking hood of that car and say, "Get out, bitch." And then this girl get out in his cream and lime green, like, fucking fur coat. And, like, but he was like, this was fresh out of him getting beat up by that 15-year-old. Y'all remember that shit? Like,
Fantastic reminded us. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember
Thank you, Fantastic, for the
bruh. My cousins is like, they technically BABG. So like my cousin and my brother, they like 6'3", 6'4", maybe like 200. So like they walking up on him and that nigga looked like he about to pull the strap. So I'm sitting there like, I'm standing my distance because I'm like, I'm a skinny nigga. I know how skinny niggas act sometimes when they intimidated. So this brother looking at us like, I don't know y'all niggas. And it's just like, at that moment, it kind of all set in. I was like, nah, people been fooling with this man. Because like watching him say everything that he said on Shay Shay, it was interesting that everybody had a response and nobody said that, like kind of tried to refute anything that he had to say. And it's getting a little crazy watching niggas stand up, like be pulled from sitcom television. Like I used to love Mr. Cooper as a little dude. Like I didn't know what happened to him. He just kind of disappeared. I'm guessing Steve Harvey did that to him. And like we all know that Steve couldn't. Like I mean, like it's a weird kind of situation. Like, all right. I went to school with one of Steve Harvey's sons. Cool nigga. His name Broderick. He was in band with me. But I always thought to myself, I was like, everybody keep telling me that's Steve Harvey's son, but that nigga don't never pull up to no games. Like, we performed. Well, I didn't perform with this nigga for at least 3 years. That nigga ain't popped up once. You ain't shout out to school. Your son go here. You ain't shout us out. You ain't give us no credit on being, like, musically inclined. Like, really looking back on it, I'm just like, damn, like, even if you're not associated with them, you like Cat Williams' truth basically is kind of like unfolded itself and made it like, it made itself known through, like, niggas made it known through their actions. You get what I'm saying? Like, Cat been out here a little twitchy a little bit because niggas been playing with him too much. Like that whole Illuminati thing. I mean, like, if you want to call it Illuminati, you can. But that clicky shit, like it's definitely a thing. Cat is 100% right. That's how I feel. Because Steve don't look back at us. Not as far as I know. He might go look at Shaw High School or something, but he ain't, or maybe like go fuck with Ginn or something, Ginn Academy. But I don't think he gonna come see us, or he never come see us.
Us as in who? Like Cincinnati?
No, I'm in Cleveland, so I went to Cleveland Heights High School
Oh, okay, cool.
with his son, with Steve Harvey's son.
Oh,
Like he was a grade
Steve
ahead of me.
not- what's his name? Steve, not Cat.
No, I'm talking. I'm kind of talking about both because it's like Steve's actions from what like the lack of me seeing him kind of added validity to some of Cat's statements. Like him talking about like family matters regarding Steve. I'm like, I mean, shit, if you gonna lay down with a female or something and do all that, like, I ain't surprised that you gonna do the rest of the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's just like to a degree, like I mean, like it's just like you know what the fuck nigga look like. Like eventually, like word gonna spread, everybody gonna figure out who you is. But it's just like Cat definitely ain't lying because it's like the nigga ain't put on no dress. Everybody sat there and got mad at him, like for mentioning it. Dave didn't get the same type of criticism, which I really think is bullshit. Even though I love Dave Chappelle, but Cat is like Dave is suburban school, like Dave is suburb safe but hood adjacent, and Steve just had a goal to be on bullshit from jump because maybe he probably couldn't be that versatile. Like I can't remember a movie I've seen Steve Harvey in, not once in my life. Like I can't really think of a Steve Harvey movie a movie I've seen him in.
Yeah, I can't. That movie, I can't remember either. But let me. Yeah. Speaking of which, here we go. Here go. Ricky Smiley pretty much admitting that Cat Williams was right.
And that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey, man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, but of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is honest God true. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp show and lie about.
You know what's so crazy about the whole thing that nobody's bringing up? The actual motherfucking name of the character was the Santa Claus.
Yeah, and he talked about it was iconic, bro. He lied.
The name,
but wasn't nobody trying to be the Santa Claus.
It had
crackhead Santa Claus iconic.
The Santa Claus. That's crazy, bro. That's fucking wild.
About any of that, that's what I auditioned for. Was Money Mike, and I guess the producers, Cube, and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like
just a guy who was hanging around in the strip mall who was just kind of being annoying and almost like a crackhead type of character. That was
right. So I guess when Cat Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA.
Which again, man, so Ricky Smiley, your claim to fame is an old church lady and a crackhead in a Santa Claus suit. Brother.
I want to agree with brother. But the only thing is like, I ain't going to say I would do it, but I don't understand what's going through a nigga's mind when he trying to make it that bad. Like I don't.
No, but you saying the same thing. You hold up. You kind of young. You do know what that's a reference to, right? When I say
yes,
that.
brother. Yes, I know.
Where
I know.
Where's it from, young fella?
What's going on?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you said exactly what I said. What's going on, nigga?
No, but I know what's going on, nigga. You have no standards for yourself. There's certain shit you willing to do to catch a dub.
Yeah, your claim to fame again, man, is and I'm sorry, and a special needs child. Let's not forget that one.
That's
My
true.
name
I don't
Lil
never
Daryl.
make fun of them. I don't never make fun of them.
My name Lil Daryl. That was his thing. So he's a special needs kid, the church lady, and he had to stop doing the special needs kid because stuff that came earlier. People started getting offended and shit. So he got away from that, and then he switched to like dressing up as the damn old church lady. And now, my nigga, your first movie is you're a crackhead in a Santa Claus suit.
And you said it was perfect
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Sammy.
Yeah, he said it was
That was the
perfect.
perfect
He
role
said
for
it was
me.
iconic, bro.
But it
Like
was
you-
probably perfect for him only off of the fact that nigga
No,
needed
bro.
some money. Like,
No,
again,
bro.
I'm not saying
I'm
I
not
do
about to read
anything
into
for some
nothing
money.
you said,
I
bro.
would
I'm
not.
going by the language. I'm not
No,
doing all that.
listen. I'm not
not
sympathizing with the nigga, empathizing at all. I'm just saying, you never know what a nigga willing to do for a greenback. Like,
Well, that
you
just
never
shows you
really
exactly
know.
what Cat said there, right, bro?
Yeah, but
Hey, I'm not disagreeing.
Okay, then why you making this whole drawn out about something that we don't even need to be talking about? Go ahead and play the video, bro.
You're an aggressive motherfucker, ain't you?
Hey, your role has changed. You're gonna be the Santa Claus, and here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history. Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie about that. As a matter of fact, my manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who's still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta. We got him on the phone. Just to clarify, Gary Abdo, good morning.
Nah, not calling niggas, bro.
Whenever you gotta, ain't that what happened? When you ever do that, bro, you already know that shit is like, bro, that's a dub, bro. Go ahead and hold that L, fam, because you called an old white man that don't nobody know. He not even. We just got a picture of him. We got a voice. Come on, of course, yeah. That's what happened. And so yeah, man, Cat was right about that.
He trying to black bourgeoisie it up, and I mean, this is the only thing. Like, I get it. If you swing that way, that's your business. It's just kind of like I know damn well I couldn't fuck with you on the individual level. Just me being a Cleveland nigga. I mean, like I know other niggas in other states probably deal with it the same way. If you real, but I ain't gonna put on no dress for nobody. Like I ain't gonna put on no heels, no dress, no extra makeup, none of that shit for nobody. But at the same time, I ain't had a whole bunch of kids out of wedlock. I ain't in no debt or no shit. He might have done that.
Let's be
For
fair,
that.
Cleveland Heights is a suburb.
I didn't grow up there. I went to school there.
It's still a suburb, though.
Yeah, I went to school there. Like, there's a difference.
Well, you know.
Like, you
School on
ain't never heard about people changing addresses?
I have, but I know a school on 55th is a lot different than a school in Cleveland Heights.
I wish I would have went to school with them motherfuckers. I wouldn't have went to college. I got to thank my grandma.
Hey man, look, man, I sent you that link in the back of that short of Ricky and them talking about how they push those agendas, and that goes back to what Cat was saying. Ricky, DL, Steve, y'all got radio stations. That's why they keep the community in a certain light. They push a certain message to them. They keep them on that hustle, and that hustle works. And that's why when people is hearing this truth by Cat Williams, a lot of people is rejecting it, or they want to go back and not even deal with the things that he laid out as facts and just try to attack his character versus attacking his arguments, which is what they do to us every day on this platform all the time.
But I never had to ask that man about any of that shit when I met him. I could tell that he was being fucked with when I met him. Like, it was just like, I stood back. Like, like when you meet a dude and you can tell he a little shaky because he probably got some type of shit that he going through that might have been up the way or down the way, but it ain't got nothing to do with you. He just seen you. And it was like, my cousin and my brother, they like 5-6 years younger than me. So they run up on him like, he a superhero. Like, hey, Cat, what's up, baby? And that nigga was looking at us like we was that 15-year-old who beat his ass. I was like, that nigga ain't lying. niggas playing with that boy for real. And now he finally got his opportunity, like his shit rounded out in a nice way for him to be able to lay the cards out on the table. And now everybody's silent. Like I'm really confused as to why. Like, come on, y'all. Like, if y'all are who y'all say y'all is, y'all might as well just stand on that shit. Tell that nigga that he lying, and then see what comes next.
Triple Black, what's up, fam? What you got?
What's going on? What's going on? But I thought a lot of this stuff that he was talking were kind of open secrets about like Ricky Smiley and Steve Harvey and like how they're all connected. They're like a black bourgeoisie. Like I thought that shit was all already out in the open. Like we already knew that they were a team. They kind of looked out for each other and stuff like that. And it was like you had to kind of rites of passage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, like you had to be in the network. Yeah.
It's been there. Yeah. Like Bob Johnson.
So let me ask this question. All right, so with the whole thing that Steve did with Bernie,
out, man. He didn't get his thought out.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't hear nothing.
I'm talking about
that
like
might be
BET.
on my end, but I ain't hear nothing.
No, I'm talking about like BET. Like the leader of BET used to be Bob Johnson. He's part of all that shit. Like the time joiners and all that type of shit. I thought that shit was already out in the open. So I don't know how big of a revelation that he's talking like that he actually. I mean, maybe he was front and center. Maybe he's one of the first people that would actually say it. But I thought these were open secrets.
They are open secrets.
I mean, I'm done. Yeah,
they are open secrets, but a lot of times when people are talking about this stuff, it's not people that are actually talented. It's people that their career fell off or their career never made it or they really weren't that good. It's not someone like Cat Williams that has shown that he has the chops to be better, and you could see when he spoke out how things happened to his career.
Rilla, what up?
Yo, what's the word, good brother?
You got it, fam. What's going on?
Man, maintaining. I was watching from the clouds for a minute, man. I was hoping to catch a whiff of what you were saying in relation to the title. Like, all the conversation and speculating, cool, but I wanted to hear more about, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, I'm gonna drop out and come back in because I can hear you fantastic and everybody else, but not them.
Okay, cool. Go ahead,
the real winner was Shannon Sharp, man.
Yeah.
like the whole time. Yeah. And I caught your title. I was like, man, sit up there, man. The man that did 17 mil on the numbers, right? It did when he go live with what's the name at night? They do the nightcap. Ocho. Man, like that's the real winner. And he's still checking a bag out of Stephen A. Smith on First Take.
Yeah.
So that's the real conversation. I don't really care about no Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, none of that. That's what I wanted to hear y'all build on, fam.
I touched on that earlier, and that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
More black men got to understand and realize the opportunities and how marketable you are, bro. Again, Shannon Sharp himself, bro, whether it be him talking about sports, which again, he's proven that's his wheelhouse or whatever, but just him to have the platform and be able to, like I said, and brothers brought it up. I know it's sponsored or whatever, but even without that sponsorship, bro, they're not doing that with how many other people got that? Okay. Like, what Tim Pool has a whole team of people that he does similar numbers to. Okay. If you guys aren't aware who Tim Pool is another one of these people that let me know that's just like, bro, TV is dead. CNN cannot compete. CNN, MSNBC.
Tim Pool is Vice. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of these people can compete with the metrics of like YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble and all these other platforms or whatever when it comes to live streams and whatever. People will rather watch those people, like real people they can relate to, versus bullshit, bias, skewed, political, whatever that's going to be on the news, right? So yeah, man. Shannon, the whole point of this was telling brothers, man, bro, whatever it is that you can do, bro, that you're good at, that you're great at, bro, bet on yourself. And I'm not saying throw everything away, you know what I'm saying? But, learn everything you need to learn, put yourself in the proper position, bro, and go for it. That's going to be the way that puts you over that hump for, 6 figures, then, high 6 figures, then 7 figures and all this other stuff. And we haven't been taught that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't know about this shit until I started doing this, black, and deliberately black people, or black boys especially, aren't taught that. It's like, okay, hey man, you're going to the league, right? You're going to the league. And then when he gets to the league, the niggas, he's in there for 5 years, then he's broke 2 years later. So he's literally reached the pinnacle, right? Be it rapper, be it ball player, be it whatever, entertainer. And then, the biggest downfalls we ever seen, man, were black men. Why? Because they taking care of everybody and nobody's taking care of them. Nobody's teaching them financial literacy. They like everybody that's coming around them and scamming them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, man, that was really.
Hey, but fantastic. So I want to just unpack that a little bit more, because you said you didn't know about, checking the bag like this, or moving with the mindset that you have, until you started doing YouTube. I'm assuming that's what you was alluding to.
Yeah, exactly.
Break that down a little bit more though. Like, what was it that you learned when you started doing YouTube?
Well, when I started doing YouTube, the brother started talking about entrepreneurship and getting the LLC. I did that shit, bro. I did all of that shit, bro. My brand is trademarked. So making a brand, trademarking it, doing all those different things, registered trademark or whatever for now, But doing all those things, man, so that I'm protected, my intellectual property is protected, and I get to pay for a lot of things through business means and business terms. Learn the tax code. Learn the tax code and what's deductible, what's not deductible, all these different things, the advantages of having your own business and EINs and all those things. So just that in itself, man, expanding your knowledge for you to be able to know something that I never even know existed. Bro, I never even heard of an EIN number before 2020. You know what I'm saying? Literally nobody, I never even heard the term. So just opening my mind up to that and understanding, and then furthermore, like to reap the benefits of it, right? So then I learn about it, and I start, getting the YouTube money and my other business money and so on and so forth. And I'm seeing, oh shit, I'm, 16, 17 years behind the curve, because all I've been doing is living off my regular money, you know what I'm saying, and not using it towards something that I'm good at, or something that I'm interested in, or some other thing that I could be not just investments, but other entrepreneurial things. So that's what I mean.
No, that's what's up. Appreciate it, fam.
Well, fantastic. What people don't really realize is, like, when you go through just normal public school, you don't really find out nothing. Like, you take an economy class for one quarter of a year, and that's it. Like, they don't teach you nothing. But when you end up
they ain't got no economy classes, bro. They really actually cut the budgets for a lot of that shit. Like, I was in mechanical drawing, thinking about like becoming an architect. I took 1 semester of that, maybe 2. And then after that, it was over. I couldn't go back. Like, it's really a bad situation where, okay, you live in a district where people don't want to pay the taxes for you to have them classes, but they also want you to do better in life.
Right.
Yeah, but they're like
they
most
want you to bootstrap really out of the mud with no help.
Yeah, but
exactly. But you don't want but I'm saying there's lower levels to it. Like, beforehand, I was taking mechanical drawing because I wanted to be an architect. The thing was, they pulled that from me. After that, I couldn't do it anymore. So I had to try to train myself at home the best way I could. And I'm still not an architect. I became a barber.
Yeah, but the same people in the community aren't picking the classes that are getting like taken out of the budgets. Because I remember like,
but they just against the budget.
Yeah, but
they're not protecting them. That's the thing.
They're against the budget. That's the only thing. Like you don't know what they're going to do.
They don't care about what's under the budget or whatever. And most of the people that make those type of decisions are administrators. That's where the bulk of the money is spent anyway. Administrators.
True that. I give you that. Because at one point in time, they told us that ban would be canceled. Now, I do believe that if a Steve Harvey pulled up at a high school game for his son, that shit probably would have never happened.
No, that was a ploy because
Yeah.
they did that in a lot of areas, man. They talked about extracurricular activities even after all these studies are done and what that does to enrich the child. That's an emotional ploy to get you to move on something. They do that all the time, man. And
But
like
they're not
it's
gonna
not even
follow through.
yeah, but it's not even one political factor or whatever. It's just gonna get people to move because you know what I'm saying. Like it's important because a lot of us have ties from our times in school. Even if you weren't like a great academic student, you had something
I
else to
was.
fall back on, whether it's sports or like, you know what I'm saying, like shop class or one of them joints. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not the whole public school movement is all about keeping employees, keeping subordinate employees. That's the whole
Right.
thing. That's the reason why you don't
That's
learn
on
about the tax code. Think how
that's
beneficial it
on
would be to actually like have a tax code class. But then
Yeah, it
again,
definitely would be.
but then again, that's not going to benefit you as an employer. It's actually going to make the employee be like looking left and right and weighing
But
their
that's
options.
the but that's the fucked up part. Why the fuck do you not want to leave the world better after you leave?
They don't care about you. That's the thing.
Yeah, but
It's not
your
about you.
kids ain't gonna get it neither unless
Yeah,
they in
yeah, but
private school.
it's not about you, man. Like just like I used to laugh at like the Soldier Boy types, right? For example, like in entertainment, he used to like be online complaining about why didn't they teach me this? Talking about record labels. Why would they? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you being ignorant actually is beneficial to them. In fact, I want to
Well,
sign
I
the
mean
most
record
ignorant
labels,
people.
yeah, but
Yeah, but
that seems
that
more
goes
extracurricular.
no, that goes across the whole board. I want to sign and I want to control the most ignorant people possible. You want to know why? Because they're going to sign whatever I put in front of them, and they're not going to question anything. Case in
Because
point,
they want to come
what?
up.
Yeah, but if you look at like people like Immortal Technique, I think was one of them. He
Mm,
actually read his stuff. Chameleonaire was another one. He
mm.
actually threatened the record label that he was going to tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, like all the shady stuff they were doing to be able to, you know what I'm saying, do the audits, whatever, to actually collect his money. And you know what they did? They released him from his contract or whatever because that was going to be more of a headache for them because he knew too much. And one of the main reasons why I came up, Fantastic. Have you seen the Pat McAfee stuff going on right now? The drama with ESPN.
Pat McAfee.
No, what happened?
Apparently he like Aaron Rodgers said something making a joke or whatever in reference to the Epstein joint
Oh
on his
yeah,
on
no,
his
it
show.
was Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah.
Yeah, and then okay, so like a couple days later, this man he called out one of his bosses, top executive, like the number 3 dude at like ESPN.
Oh wow, no, I didn't know he was on. Oh, he's on the list.
No. He called him out, called him a rat or whatever. So like, this whole like, it just ties in with the whole like, what I'm saying, knowing what your thing is and having your business straight. So like, if he don't have his business straight, he about to be screwed. But more than likely he does because he can still make YouTube videos, even if they say like they suspended him or fired him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just
Well, no,
another thing
it
to
was
think
the same
about.
way.
In other words, he has an FU plan. You know,
Yeah,
either
it was
you
the
have
same way
FU
with
money or you have an FU plan.
I
what's the
thought he
dude's
should have
name?
never went there.
What's the other name that works with Jason Whitlock, the white dude?
With Jason Whitlock?
Yeah,
Colin
the white. They on
Cowherd.
the same thing. White guy.
Colin Cowherd.
Is it,
Cowherd.
is it Colin? Yeah. Colin Cowherd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him.
Oh
He's
yeah,
the same
yeah.
way. He used
They,
to work. He used to work for mainstream or whatever, and then they did the independent thing. Him and Jason Whitlock, because they both used to be what's name, and now they created their own thing here, and it's like YouTube based podcast, all these different things. So yeah,
Well,
man, a lot of people.
Jason, no, he did the independent thing with Clay Travis with
Clay
Outkick.
Travis, my bad. Clay Travis. That's who it is.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
talking
all
about
right. I like,
Colin Cowherd.
yeah, but
I'm talking about
they
Clay Travis.
split up. They split up, and then he went to the Blaze.
Yeah.
So
So
he's not even under his own umbrella. He could be.
Clay Travis or what's his name? Because I
No,
thought
no,
Clay Travis.
Jason. Jason's with the
Oh, Jason.
Blaze
Okay.
now.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
dropped the
So
ball on that.
yeah, but
They
yeah,
must
that's what I'm
all put it
saying,
in the
man.
bag.
More brothers need to get used to and get comfortable with, man, venturing out on our own. And because the shit that they talk about, all the shit the pro blackities talk about, right? The only way you're gonna be able to do that is if we're dependent on each other and we're networking with each other and we're making sure each other gets paid. We're putting each other on. If you're gonna be under these umbrellas and things, and like I said, Shannon just proved this, man. Again, if Shannon walks off tomorrow and ends his contract, whatever, he creates his own platform, it's gonna be the same thing. He has enough money to do it. He has the resources to do it. He has the fan base to do it. All these different things.
Right.
But again, we taught so long. No, you need that white man. You need the corporate. You need to work for somebody that too many people are unwilling to, roll those dice.
Hey, but fantastic. You know what the amazing thing is? He didn't limit himself, right? He didn't paint himself into that corner. Just
You
like
talking about KK?
Shay Shay and Stephen A. Smith. So you see Stephen A. Smith where he's building his own platform because he knows eventually that money
He's gonna get let
and
go.
that talent, because he got let go before.
Cause he gotta I mean, like, I ain't saying you gotta pick black first.
He got suspended. Stephen A. was suspended. He was never let go.
Yeah,
Stephen A. never got fired or laid off. He was just suspended for the things he said with one of them old ugly faced white girls.
When like he talks about it on his channel or whatever. It was like a year
Michelle
where he
Beaver.
wasn't like
Michelle
doing
Beaver.
this thing or whatever. It was like I guess kind of early on in his career.
Oh.
Yeah, they
But
set him
yeah.
down, I think. They
Yeah.
set him down.
Yeah.
Hey, but I wanted to touch back on something real quick though, because I know one of the brothers was saying about Steve Harvey pulling up to the school and how that could change. I just wanted to speak on the education piece, right? Because I deal with my alma mater here, right? And to me, the thing is, we got to rethink education. Period. We know it's antiquated. We know it's out of date and out of touch, right? But here's the thing: most of us, especially from Generation X, we do what we was told, which was go to school, get your diploma, get a job, raise a family. And then we leave these schools, run to the suburbs, get the house to pick a fence, and you never go back to check on the school that you graduated from, right?
Niggas ain't graduate from that school though.
So okay, cool. So let's say okay, cool. So my point being, regardless of what you think about the schools or who graduated or who didn't, my point is rethinking education, period. We know the problems, right? We know that band is not in school. We know people are not being taught what they need to be taught. So what I think we have to do as a band of brothers and a community in general is come together and rethink it, like what's the young blood? King Randall. What King Randall is doing down there with them young bloods. Because if we keep waiting for somebody to save and have that Superman complex that it's going to be one man to walk through the door and he's going to bring all this fanfare with him, our boy's going to keep reading at a 3rd or 4th grade level.
Hey,
now let me ask you this though.
You know what I say? You know what I say toward that? I say to anybody like doing all this hoopla stuff, right? Not you. Because like I heard you before. I know you from like the internet gang, all that stuff, right? I'm saying like to anybody else to be on that, I'll be like, yo, have you ever gone to a school board meeting? Have you ever been going to a planning and zoning meeting? You know what I'm saying?
Nope. I ain't got no kids.
And it's
Planning and
like
zoning.
no, regardless if you don't have no kids, this is stuff that's gonna go on in your community.
Right.
Because I don't want them to put a gas station like in certain deals because that might affect my property value of my house, or I'm saying a trailer park across the street from my joint. You know what I'm saying?
Property
Like
taxes,
that.
yep.
Yeah. Like so like what I'm saying. This stuff is gonna affect you, and you ain't gonna have no say. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be a victim to just circumstance. I want to at least have a say in what's going on around me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Cleveland sucks though. Cleveland does not rock. Like
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, the point that I was trying to make before was you don't learn actually what income is or expenses are or profit. You don't really understand how money works until you own a business. And when you have children, you teach them in that business. Like the most important thing to do is for you to make the move and then you to teach your kids and stuff. Because just by you doing that, your kids are going to excel to the top percent because most people aren't going to do that work. Like I lived in Cleveland and I moved out of Cleveland and I bought land out in a township and it's a very local community and my kids are learning from their mom because I retired her Like if you want these things to be important for your children, the best thing to do is to make sure they're important to your children, because no one's going to care more about your children than you.
You need
The
a
lady
sound
making
clip that claps for people.
what's that?
Fantastic. You need one, like, I know you got a whole bunch of sound clips that be like, talking shit about niggas, but sometimes you need a clap, like an applause type sound clip or meme for niggas like him.
Oh no, it's cool. No, I'll add something to it, man. I got.
Yeah, every once in a while, because he tried.
Well, no,
Give him one.
no, that's a good point, Savage. And like you said, man, it's our duty, like you said, to make sure we teach our kids what we didn't know. Right? Everybody wants to give your kids. You want to give your kid a better life. You want your kids to have better things, knowledge, everything. But knowledge, man, like you said, knowledge is the most important thing. And
Right.
it's just a lot of things in life we're just ignorant of because we purposely aren't taught, like you said.
Well, also,
and I think one thing that needs to be noted too is how Shannon Sharpe is aligning himself. A lot of people don't even know that Club Shay Shay is actually signed to Colin Cowherd's network. I think they're backed by either Spotify or one of them. They paid. I think
it's something called Volume or whatever they said.
Yeah,
brothers
he
in the
signed
chat
it
know what the deal is, but I don't know who. I don't know.
I know, but it was 200. He signed like a $250 million deal. A lot of people will be like, man, you know what? I don't need nobody's help. The fact that he's actually aligning themselves with those type of people and stuff, I think is a real smart business move, because he's kind of have it on both ways.
Yeah, they have a vested interest in you succeeding too. That they see, okay, all right, this dude already has some name recognition or whatever. He's not as much of a chance. You know what I'm saying? And like they only give him so much money up front anyway, right? So like the likelihood that if something was to happen, they could just maneuver away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's easy for them to do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a morals clause or whatever. Shout out to Jonathan Majors, right? And what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy for these companies to be able to move away from it or whatever. It's incumbent upon us to, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna go that route and go with the company, you need to look out for your own interests. Whether it's like lawyers looking over everything, figuring out strategies, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually enough people are gonna do their own thing independently to where these companies are gonna want to buy back in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They already doing that. That's already happening. You're gonna see it happening more, especially with the more popular up and coming content creators.
Yeah, because they can't build their own talent. They're not the place where the young talent wants to be anymore. So they're gonna have to wait at the finish line to see who's popular already.
Somebody got feedback.
Well, these shorties they not even going. They see that they can do it. They can write it themselves, film it themselves, edit themselves. So they rather keep everything in house and get to the check themselves. Whereas older talent that's like in the business, like what you're saying with Shannon Sharpe, and even if you look at who's that, Cameron and Mace with the deal that they signed, right? You're gonna see a lot of those companies with the check that could cut a check for you to do a podcast and monetize the different verticals. You're gonna see them continue to cut those checks for those personalities, but them younger shorties not going at all.
So they didn't do that on their own. Like they didn't just open up a podcast.
No. So
Cam and Mace.
Yeah, like
Cam said he put up 250. No, he said he put up.
They signed a deal with another company. So
okay, I didn't know that.
They kind of got bought out.
Because they kind of stole my name. I was about to use my name, but I was like, damn, I might not be able to use that shit.
But I think.
Hey, but that go back to what Mr. Fantastic was saying too, though. That's an important point about protecting your intellectual property. So whether you think it's going to be worth something years from now or not, you trademark it and register that thing. So when somebody, take advantage of your intellectual property, you can send them one of them letters, either pay like you weigh or, cease and desist.
See, and I perfectly understand. Like, all right, so I say, like, what I did was I went and got me an S corp. Like, that was the first thing I did after I got out of barber college. And I understood at that point. I was just like, okay, I bought an S corp. I have flexibility on what it's based off of. The S corp houses companies, and like I learned this through YouTube at first. Like I didn't know too much about it, but after I did a couple of like at least 6 months of studying before I spent my money, I was like, okay, $550 a month for a couple of months. Boom, I can have me an S corp, and then I can house LLCs.
Look, as somebody that has a friend that's a business lawyer and like deals specifically mainly in business formation and all that stuff, I would say as a I guess as a general disclaimer, each person needs to evaluate what's best for them, and I would include either a lawyer or some kind of legal doctrine in there and figuring that out, because you don't know what you don't know. That's why these big old companies, man, and all these like big dogs, man, they got all these people on retainer. Is because they want to have as much information as possible at their disposal for whenever they make these decisions. And I'm saying, like, even myself, whatever at the level I am, what I'm saying, like, I want to always be able to have counsel. And the problem is that most of us think we can just go it alone. What I'm saying, when it comes to damn near
I
everything.
hope one day I can make it to the. One day I hope I can make it to the level that you're at, because you're speaking of things that to a certain degree, I don't have knowledge about.
No, but the thing is, man, like my homie wrote a book, right? And the book
Can
is
you
on
possibly
Amazon
put
right
in the
now.
chat?
The book is on Amazon right now, and I think it's like $19. He's writing his second book right now.
What's it called?
I'll put the link in the chat because I'm not trying to turn this into like promo for him. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure, I'm gonna go look at it. For sure.
But hey, man,
This
I greatly appreciate you brothers for coming through. Remember, nothing that was said tonight was financial advice. This is brothers talking or whatever, so on and so forth. Please consult your financial advisor, tax professional, or our licensed CPA. Okay, all that great shit. Cause you niggas ain't finna sue me. I mean, Fantastic told me to part here.
Bruh, if I took a loss, I ain't about to put that on you, bruh. That wasn't your fault. You ain't intentionally do it.
LLC,
One
man,
time
now.
for the disclaimer. One time for the disclaimer.
If you got listen, any brother who out there and it ain't on Fantastic, if you got 300 to 500 to pay for some shoes, you could buy you an S corp. You can start you a business. Whether or not it benefits you, it's up to you. You only got to pay on it if you make profit.
Yeah, man. Get that. Invest in yourself, bro, for brothers. But all in all, man, hey, that's that on that one, man. I catch y'all next one. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. Holla.